What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we have the Gamesir X2s Type-C wired gaming controller. I keep seeing this thing pop up here and there because I've been kind of more and more interested in mobile gaming now that Fall Guys and Fortnite are so readily available on it, along with some of the Xbox cloud gaming and stuff. But I'm really more focused on having Fortnite and Fall Guys and having the option to have something a little bit more portable than maybe something like this, which is the G8 Plus. I really do enjoy this. I love how big it is. It does feel like I'm gaming on an actual controller, which I am such a fan of. It is Bluetooth. The problem is that it's not quite as portable. It is a little bigger, so it is really comfortable to hold, but it is a bit big. I mean, you can see that here. It's very large. So let's go ahead and check this out because I kept seeing that this was something smaller, more portable, and a lot of people seem to really enjoy this one. So I thought I'd give it a chance and see if I like it myself. This one only costs $39.99, so it is considerably cheaper than the double its price $80 version here. And I'm just curious to see if it's, just as good, if not better, than something like this. I don't know who would prefer to have this candy bar style. It kind of reminds me more of my Razer one, but that thing is a little bit more portable. Looks like this. We'll see though. It says cloud, gaming compatible, controller support, ultra low latency, compatible with 110 to 168 millimeter, durable components, and the back we have some other stuff: Hall effect sticks, plug and play, micro switch buttons, precision tuning, 2 milliamp ultra low power consumption, because this does not have its own battery. This draws battery from the phone, so that makes it nice and easy. You don't have to worry about it dying on you like you do the G8 Plus, which does have an internal battery, and once it's dead because it's fully Bluetooth. No USB-C on that. So let's go ahead and open it up for the first time and kind of see what's inside for the money. It's simple experience here. It just kind of comes in like this just styrofoamy type material here. Wow, I thought it came in something more, or the other one came in a box. This thing is just unceremonious. That's fine. But let's check it out. It does have these little grips inside, so if you do want to have some different, maybe larger nubs, because these do look really small just kind of on their own. They are really, really small. Holy moly. Yeah, you might need, or I might need to have some of these little nubs on there to make it a little bit more usable. But you do get 4 of them. I assume that they're all the same. They could be varying sizes, but these things are just too small for me. Let's go ahead and put those on. At least they're really easy to put on. I mean, you just kind of slide them over like little sock. Okay, that's much better, yeah. And it does have that same sliding mechanism that you find on the Galileo, but this feels markedly cheaper than the other one. I mean, this feels hefty and premium. This feels much lighter, much more hollow than the other one, but it does have these little nubs on the back here that give you some protrusion to make it more comfortable to hold. You do have the Xbox style controls, the BAXY, which is super nice. It does have a home button, kind of like the Nintendo Switch, very similar looking. Other than that, it feels fine. It feels like it'll get the job done. Has your triggers up top that feel, plenty fine to me. I know some people were mentioning that it doesn't have the all the sensations that you get, just kind of like a single press instead of having kind of some travel. These buttons feel clicky, but a little cheap in my opinion. But it is more portable feeling, but I could see this little nub here getting in the way of the A button. So like playing with this is actually kind of annoying because of that little nub. So if I just take it off this one, does it help at all? Yeah, okay, it does. That just seems like bad engineering on my end. to me. So, but yeah, I mean, it's doable, but your finger will kind of hit this. Just be aware of that. I'm gonna go ahead and test out some games on this. So let me do that right now. So I tested out gaming on this controller, and I'll say that I do like the size and form factor in some manner with certain games. I think it does work better than others. The games that I kind of tried out with this one was Fall Guys. And with Fall Guys, I didn't seem to have a problem at all. I mean, this would be a great Fall Guys controller. You're able to do all the things you should be able to do because there is minimal input in Fall Guys, which is nice. All you have to do is kind of run, jump, grab, very simple stuff. And for games like that, I think this works really, really well. It's nice and snug. It does feel good in the hand. Your thumb does kind of hit that second thumbstick off to the side underneath the buttons, but for the most part, you can't avoid it just by kind of lifting your thumb a little bit over it. And it's not that bad. I had no problem rotating the screen using that thumbstick. And playing games like Vampire Hunter, same thing, no issue. But I mean, Vampire Hunter is obviously just kind of moving around with one joystick, pressing the A button to confirm and whatnot. So it's a very simple game. And with something like that, I think this works really, really well. It's because it's super compact. It can just fit nicely into your backpack or something. So this would be a great portable one for games like Vampire Survivor. And I mean, the movements felt good. The joysticks on this feel plenty responsive. I didn't see any issues. I was able to kind of move around without having to worry about not being able to move that direction. But the moment that I went into Fortnite, I ran into some issues. Fortnite definitely showcased the weaknesses of this that I just couldn't really get over. And the biggest one is that when you push on the right trigger, which is the shoot button in the game, it just decides when it wants to work. And because it's not Bluetooth and it is plugged in through USB-C, there's no excuse. There's no excuse why this button, the trigger, should not be working when playing the game. I mean, it's playable until you're in a situation where you actually need to do a shootout with someone, and then that trigger becomes incredibly unreliable. And I do not think that is acceptable, no matter what the price range, if you're going to put out a product that's supposed to be used for people to play games. I'll say this, for minimal games, I think that this is a great controller. But for that, where I was having to constantly push on the trigger, I was really disappointed with the outcome and not being able to shoot the way I wanted to. But yeah, that's pretty much my experience with gaming. So overall, what are my end impressions of this controller? I think that it does feel cheap. I mean, it does have a nice little charging port down here, so if you want to do pass through into the phone, you can, which is really nice for long playing sessions. That's something you don't get with the Bluetooth one, so that's really nice. I mean, with the Bluetooth one, what's really nice is I can flip the Galaxy Z Fold to have the port available up top, so when I'm playing, I can kind of plug it in up here and still continue to play. But with any other phone, it would not be possible. Whereas with this one, you are able to plug in and play while charging. So that's super nice, but it does feel markedly cheaper. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. I do like the fact that it does look like a SNES, which is, in my opinion, pretty freaking cool. But that trigger issue I was having in Fortnite makes this just incredibly hard for me to recommend for shooting games. I think it'd be good for platformers or other games that don't really require that trigger, at least speed triggering. It kind of works for a little bit if you kind of on and off, but the moment you need to constantly push it, it's hit or miss whether or not it'll take the input, which is kind of weird once again, considering it's straightly plugged in and not Bluetooth. All the other buttons seem to work fine. The home button takes you to home screen. This one acts as your pause button. I didn't even look at the other two, to be quite honest with you. I wasn't going to use them, but I just kind of want to see what it was like to plug and play this out of the box and see how it worked. And I'll say it works fine for the most part. Everything else works. Just be wary of shooting games that require repetitive pressing of the the right trigger button, because that one seemed to fail on me. I don't know what to say with these Gamesir products, but I had a similar problem with the G8 and the A button. They just randomly fail on you. I never have this issue when I use an Xbox controller ever. The inputs have never failed, but on these Gamesirs, they're hit or miss sometimes. I think for slow inputs, they're fine, but the moment you need to do repetitive input, it could be an issue. I'm not saying they all are, I'm just saying my experience was. So anyway, I think that they're fine for $40. Yeah, give it a go. I mean, this probably be great for emulation and other games like I said, Fall Guys I was playing. But for Fortnite, this trigger made me feel like it was not very useful overall. But I think it's a pretty cool product. I think it's definitely cheaper than a lot of the other ones that I've seen on the market. But I am kind of sad by the fact that we had some issues there. But otherwise, phones fit all great in here. I have no complaints about the feel in hand. I think it does feel really good in hand overall. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Sub if you want to see more like it. That was just kind of what I wanted to do, was check out this gaming controller for you guys. And I'll say that I might keep it, I might return it. I'm kind of 50-50 on it, we'll see. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.